Hey guys, morning. It's the 20th of August 2024. Time is 7:26 a.m. Can't believe how long it took for me to get to this phase, to get everything ready and loaded on the bike. But better late than never. Our first stop is the port of Dover. It's about exactly 100 miles. As the GPS shows, it's going to take 2 hours 2 minutes. 9:28 a.m. is our estimated time of arrival, and my ferry is at 9:30, which I'm definitely going to miss. Hopefully they will let me in on the next ferry, which is at 11 a.m. Guys, we are all set finally. It's all loaded and raring to go. So let's go. Oh my god, it's been ages since I've ridden such a long distance. Feeling a little crampy as usual. The bike is nice and warm. It's my new setup. It's the first time I'm using my GPS in this orientation, and there's my Insta360, which hopefully won't fall. Let's see if it works. It does. Let's go, guys. So the technical riders tour of Europe, here goes. Shambho. It's a lovely morning with a bit of cloud cover. I'm not sure if it drizzled a bit or maybe it is just dew. Can you believe I've only slept for 4 hours and we have a very long day of riding ahead of us. It's my first trip with this GoPro, all new GoPro Hero 12 Black. So my old Hero 7 Black has transitioned into a secondary camera roll. Wow. After initially feeling a little hesitant to start the ride, because first of all I hadn't slept much, and it was a little dark. In fact, way too dark when I got up at 4:45 a.m. this morning. I was like, maybe I should sleep for a couple of hours, but then there was still a lot of preparations left, and once I got busy with those, time just flew by, and now all I can think about is Paris. So yes guys, that is exactly where we are headed for today. I'm not sure if you can hear me properly with all the wind noise. I've just closed my helmet visor. So now we are on the A1M and very soon we'll be on the M25. Wow, look at this weather. Amazing. Just unbelievable that it took more than 7 or 8 months to get back on the bike, to see myself doing a ride. Can't believe the last ride was to Wales back in last August. I mean the last major ride, the last big ride with all my panniers, luggage and everything. but like they say, let bygones be bygones. Once I am back, nothing else matters. I think I need to pull over, just adjust this thing. It is hitting my helmet, making some weird noise. And I don't want all that annoying noises stealing from your experience. Let's go. Whew. The anti-fog visor on my helmet is barely helping. My visor is all fogged up and it's affecting the visibility a bit, but it's alright. Time is 7:37. We are 4.6 miles into our European tour. Let's see how far we get. I'll switch off this one, save some battery because I'm already recording on the Hero 12 Black. Oh, what a lovely Tuesday morning to start a ride. I have to be mindful about my brakes a bit. The best thing I like about rides is that when you start off, you feel a bit rusty, you're not able to focus, you're not able to clutch properly, brake properly, you're all over the place. But after a couple of days on the road, you kind of gel in with the bike, you become one with the bike kind of, and then you just feel one with the machine and the road. You don't even have to think about riding then. Everything takes care of itself, and it's a lovely experience where the sense of you just disappears and it's just is. Cross channel freight only, M20. Looks like we have some traffic on the M25. I think this is usual for a Tuesday morning. Look at this, guys. I got another biker for company. He's all geared up. I don't know if it's the age thing. I don't feel very enthusiastic about long distance motorcycle touring anymore. I mean, I'm being very honest and transparent here. I find car trips more comfortable. I mean, just throw in all your luggage in there without worrying about how heavy it is and just leave. If it rains, fine. Snows, fine. Your trip is no longer weather dependent. But then you miss out on the whole thrill of the journey, you know, which is what motorcycling is all about. Feeling the wind in your face, covering great distances on two wheels. It's just amazing, simply uncomparable. The sun is bright, shining nicely into my eyes. Feels so good to see the sun after waking up to a very cloudy morning. But hopefully it doesn't get too hot, because I'm gonna start sweating very soon. I think I'm gonna turn off recording and focus a bit on riding, because there isn't much to record anyways. It's just boring traffic. So I'll see you guys in a bit, somewhere close to Dover. See ya. Hello guys, time is 8:13. I've done 39.5 kilometers. Sorry, 39.5 miles. I'm on the Dartford crossing now. We're crossing the river Thames. Cars need to pay a toll of £2.60 or something, but it's absolutely free for motorcycles. It's a lovely little bridge. It's a slight drizzle. Still have 62 miles to Dover. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little tired, a little sleepy. So one advice I would love to give you people who are planning to do a similar ride: sleep really well the night before. Don't keep everything for the last minute. End up going to bed at 1 o'clock and then having to wake up at 4:45. Absolutely crazy. Wow, look at that. The interesting thing is, on the return journey, you go under the tunnel there. It's only for the onward journey that you get to use the crossing. I remember once going to Eastbourne and I had no idea about the DART charge. I realized it only when I got the PCN, the penalty charge notice, asking me to pay £70. But then the friend I went with, he was like, you get a concession, not a concession, you get a reprieve the first time for your first time offense. And of course it was my first time offense, so they make you put your license plate number and they check with their systems whether they have seen this vehicle pass the bridge before, and if you haven't, you get a reprieve on your first offense. Nice. I have another 60 miles to go. Estimated time is 9:27. There is no way I'm gonna make a 9:30 ferry. I don't know what I was thinking when I booked that ferry. Another thing worth mentioning is there is a slight heaviness in my mind right now. I don't know, I'm in a phase where I'm weighing my options, really thinking about whether this is something I would want to continue doing, because I think, wait, almost missed this point. What a lucky day. I would have had to cover so many miles, at least 20-15 miles to get to the next exit and make up for the lost distance. So that was a lucky one. I forgot to turn on the internet on this thing, so right now it's absolutely clueless. Yeah, that's the one, Channel Tunnel, Dover. I think I should go for a car trip next time, but we have only started, so let's see. I absolutely have to stop and switch on the internet because it's got no clue now where I'm headed, and I'm not sure if I'm headed to the right direction. The road did say Dover, 65 miles, so maybe this is the one. Let me just quickly pull over. Always remember, when with luggage, put your side stand on before you do anything at all, because you never know when you're gonna lose your balance. And another 1 hour 15 minutes to go. Since I've stopped, let me try if I can. I might as well charge the GoPro. I have no idea if it is charging. Hello guys, time is 8:36. I've done 52.8 miles so far. I have another 53 miles to go to the port of Dover. It's gonna take another hour and 10 minutes. It's been a lovely day, a lovely morning with a mix of sunshine and cloud cover with an occasional drizzle, very slight drizzle, but not very bothersome. I had to stop a couple of times to make some adjustments. I'd forgotten to turn on the internet on my phone. It's still connected to Wi-Fi of the place where I live. I keep forgetting that all the time. And then the GPS goes haywire. You take one wrong turn and then it can't figure out how to get you back. And I've also connected the GoPro to the charging socket, so it's charging as well as recording, so hopefully it doesn't crash. I think it's gonna be a very uneventful ride all the way to Dover, so might as well turn off. But don't worry, I'll keep giving you timely updates every now and then whenever I see anything interesting. So see you soon. A funny thing happened. I got into the wrong lane. I was supposed to be riding in that lane, but lost focus and ended up in the truck lane. Now I have to follow these slow moving trucks at 30 miles an hour. Oh my god. Yeah, there are like 3 trucks in front of me, so hopefully I'll get to cross into that lane very soon, or who knows, maybe I'll have to ride like this all the way to Dover. No, let's be positive. This is what makes it all worthwhile. Look at the company I got. Like 3 bikes ahead of me. There is a slight drizzle and it's caused a lot of droplets on my visor. I absolutely don't like it. I have to wipe it somewhere. These bikers have given me new energy. Suddenly my speed has increased. So this is the deal, guys. If you want to go long miles on your bike, get some nice like-minded buddies. We have an exit to take after roughly 3.8 miles. We're gonna go from M20 to A20. Folkestone Dover. Look at how cloudy it is. And guess what? The forecast for Paris is rainy. It's gonna start raining at around 4 or 5 by the time we get there. So Paris is gonna welcome us with a lot of rain. Can't wait for it. Channel Tunnel. I would have loved to take the Channel Tunnel, but it's slightly expensive because the ferry only cost you like 44 pounds while the shuttle is 98, so it's like more than double. 1.3 miles for the A20. I have 11 miles to go, 22 minutes of riding left. Hopefully I'll be able to zip past any security checks, passport control. Look at all the signboards: Dover, Canterbury, Ramsgate, Folkestone. No, I think it's straight. Okay. Canterbury. Lane control signals ahead. Okay. Wow. Look at that. A tunnel. I feel sorry for the Insta360. It's just wobbling here and there. I need to adjust it once I get to Dover. It's a beautiful stretch of road. I've never come this far on this road. I've only come till Hastings. I think Hastings you have to turn somewhere on the exits we crossed before. And this will go all the way to the port of Dover, where our ferry awaits to take us all the way to France. So excited. Welcome to Dover. Wow. .9 miles to our first stop. What a beautiful road this. And guys, that's the port of Dover. Wow. Look at the English Channel. Wow. And all those cliffs. Very nice. So excited. This is gonna be my very first ferry crossing across the English Channel. I'm super duper excited. It's gonna be straight. Wow. Look at all that. Look at all that. Prince of Wales Junction. Time is already 9:33. So the original ferry that I booked for would have left already. So hopefully they will let me in on the next one, which is at 11. But no worries, yaar. The signal here, and it's green. We're good to go. Hardly 1.2 miles. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be one of those ships. Wow. Check-in ticket sales. The port of Dover. I have no idea what to do from here.